Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bantikow, where it's half 10 at night, all the harvest is done, all the foraging is done, and it's very nearly time to advance into day 2. Before I do that, just want to take care of a few bits of kind of mod housekeeping and updates. I have had to disable the tramlines mod. I did some off-screen testing with it, and just to make a long story short, it conflicts with seeders, which... why would you design a mod that's supposed to work after you seeded that conflicts with seeders? I use the 6 meter Vaderstat, and because the 6 meter Vaderstat, for those of you who don't know, for whatever reason, has wheels on the back. Turns out the tramlines mod picks up those wheels and creates tramlines. Now they're impossible to avoid. There are a couple of other seeders I know of, the larger ones that have wheels on the back, and it turns out the tramlines mod picks up those wheels and uses them to create tramlines, so it becomes impossible for me to seed. So that's gone. What else? The rental mod I've been using, I haven't used it really at all. Well, I haven't used it too much so far. I swapped that out for a different one. You remember what the one I had? I said there was a bit of a bug where if you brought the vehicle to the shop and sold it, it would give you the money that you would get if you'd actually legitimately bought the piece of equipment and sold it back to the shop. So I've swapped it out for a different one, and this is the same one David Oldfield is using, and Bipolar Profit as well, actually. And this one that I have now allows you to rent by the hour. It works from the shop screen, and it's amazing. It works brilliantly, and you can use the sell button to finish off the rental period. What else? GPS mod I have disabled for reasons. So I've fiddled with night growth a bit, and it should take a few days for the canola to mature. But we're just going to swap into day 2 because there are some more things that I want to do before we move on to the canola harvest. You'll be glad to hear. There goes midnight, so we're still in the good. I'm kind of... oh dear. There you go, start 8 o'clock in the morning. Nice, bright and early. And I best just check on the growth. Yeah, we're good. You can see the canola's still in the final stage of growth. It hasn't grown at all, so we're good there. And wonderful, I got a message on something as soon as I started recording. So, why have we moved on a day with nothing to harvest? Well, the reason is we have to do... I don't know what I was searching to. Ah, wonderful, this is exactly what I wanted. Well, we have 500,000 litres of barley that we need to sell at the Getreidewerk shaft. Where is that? Oh, it's just down the road. Wonderful. So, let's get selling our barley. Go down this way, actually. Let's get selling our barley. We're gonna get rid of some of the vehicles again today. Not specifically in this episode, but we are gonna get rid of some vehicles and some equipment today, and swap them for other things. Just because of reasons, essentially. One good thing about this map is these silos do actually work. So I can get my 500,000 litres of barley ready to sell. I could and probably should rent... I might do that actually. I might rent a man truck and a semi-trailer for a couple of hours just to get this all sold off. I think an hour would be enough, really. I have to have the trigger selected, or is it just not? Oh, well, it just wasn't under the trigger. It was bizarre. I think for my own ease, yeah, I'm gonna rent a man truck and a big semi-trailer for an hour or so. Once I've got this load of barley sold off. So let's put our covers on the trailers and get going. I think this exit is actually the easiest one to use. So yeah, I finished up doing all the foraging quite late in the night, as you saw. How are the pigs doing? 28 pigs ready to slaughter. I think they're full on manure now, which is why it's at 25,000 even. That is not exactly ideal, I must admit. But, oh well. That's something I can't really deal with at the moment. Oh, move, hurry up. What else do I want to do today? I need to get some silage made for the pigs. Now I know I can just dump grass straight into the pigs and that'll do, and that's probably what I'll do for the time being. Just to get some silage, literally some silage in there, or it picks up the silage at least. After that, I think I'm going to go with baled silage. I tested out the Kuhn round baler that I said had issues, and it didn't patch 1.1. With patch 1.2, however, it works. So I can use the Kuhn round baler to make silage bales. I also have a new baler operator with the meadow I'm going to be using, by the way, for the silage bales. It's got hills, so that's going to be fun. Really fun. So, hopefully, I'll be realizing this is the biggest nervy point for me now, because these gates should be open. It's day 2, so the gates are open. It's time for us to start setting our wires. I don't know where the cell point itself is. Oops. Is that it there on that pad? Yeah, that must be it, because there's crates there. This has to be the cell point, right? Yes, it is. Can we get those trailers on? Yes, we can. Amazing. So we're up over 100,000 now. Wonderful. I like how I said we're up over 100,000 before we actually hit 100,000, so I could have been horribly wrong. Look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the tractor and the trailers back down to the farm. We are going to rent a man truck for, yeah, I'm going to say an hour. And we're also going to rent so we can start off the rental period now. Doesn't make much of a difference. Just pull the RSS into there we go, into the meadow. So that's meeting 1 hour. That'll be 950. Wonderful. I know I could rent it for a day, but I just don't have enough things to do to rent it for a day. Don't have enough stuff to justify a full day's rental. And trailers, we're gonna get the Grimme SB3060 again for an hour. And as soon as I exit the shop screen, the hour starts. So, yeah, I don't know why that is, but for some reason the vehicles spawn and there's a bit of a bug saying they're submerged in water, which they're clearly not. and they're delivered to the shop. The other rental mod I had delivered them straight to the farm. As you can see, we've got 59 minutes left on the truck and the trailer. Just get rid of the animal hub there. And I think if we want to increase the rental time, there is a way to do it, but I don't know. Okay. I think the easiest way is just to, return it to the shop, which you can do manually, or you can just use the shop screen to do it, and take out a second rental period. That seems to be the easiest way, anyway. So let's get this truck. I'm not very good at driving down to the farm, and fill up our trailer. Try and get rid of as much of the barley as we can in this episode, because in the next episode I would like to at least get started with the mowing. I'm going to try and do two different things in two consecutive episodes. I'm going to be recording back to back, which is a bit different. I can see out of the corner of my eye, because I'm watching OBS out of the corner of my eye, there are a few frame rate issues. Don't know what's causing them, so I can't fix them. For once I am actually driving, I'm just watching what's going on in the main screen. Oh. Watching what's going on in the game on the main screen, and I still crashed. Let's take off the tarp. Throw barley in there. Now the reason I decided to get the truck was, one, it can hold, well, more. It can hold more barley than the two trailers. Two, it's a lot easier to handle than two different trailers. And third and most important, they can go faster than the bloody Ursus, even when full. So this is going to be an interesting one. Almost as interesting as sewing is going to be. And, well, I do have ways around the fact that I've got a 6 meter cedar and a couple of kilometers perimeter fields. I've already thought about that. I already have a solution. I haven't showed it to you yet. And I won't show it to you until the time comes when I'm putting the solution into practice. The solution I have, albeit temporarily, which one do I want to use actually? I've got two different solutions. Well, two different. You would already guess it's a mod cedar. I've actually got two different mod cedars that I can use. One of them fertilizes, one of them does not. And the one that does not fertilize is actually smaller, but more expensive. The good side of the smaller one is it is slightly more maneuverable. That's going to be a decision I'm going to have to make when the time comes. Because I could go for maneuverability, or I could go for sheer, here's half of the field done in one go, and don't worry, it's not unrealistically large. It's just very large. So there's the Ursus parked up there, and because the truck is so quickly, the truck is so quickly. Look at how quickly my truck is. Because the truck is so quick, and actually quite nimble, maneuverable, I can do a lot more with this than I could with the Ursus. Well, I can do a lot more a lot quicker. Downside is it does take a bit of time to empty. There's a part of me considering, actually very seriously considering using Courseplay to empty the silos, but not right now. I think if we decide not to sell from harvest, you know, for example, if we do the canola harvest, decide, oh no, we're going to keep all of the canola in the silos and then sell it with, say, the potatoes that we need to harvest eventually. That's when I'll probably end up using horseplay just to move canola a lot faster and to move. I don't know where the potato storage point is. I've just realised that I'm going to have to, I can make a placeable pile. Yeah, if I can't figure out where the potato storage point is, and I've probably already passed it a couple of times, I've just forgotten, but if I can't remember where it is by the time it comes to doing potatoes, it's going to be a while off. We still have wheat and canola to harvest before they're finished, before they're ready. But if I can't remember where it is on time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a giant placeable pile of potatoes. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm going to make a giant placeable pile of... Never mind, there's the storage point. I was right, I had just forgotten where it was in the game stop. Come on, game, be nice to me, please. It's actually stopped responding as well, which is beautiful. Come on. Come on. There we go. I should probably mention, it's March 23rd today when I'm recording this, and if you've watched my videos you'll know that I've been following the Six Nations Rugby Championship, and Ireland won. Ireland are Six Nations champions for the second year in a row in the men's, and for the second out of 3 years, I think France won it last year in the women's. But the Irish women actually won their Six Nations campaign yesterday, in fact. So, good weekend for Irish rugby, especially in a World Cup year. The Men's Rugby World Cup is on in England in September, October time. I'm not 100% sure when exactly it starts. But who cares? I intentionally didn't record yesterday because, well, actually I had things to do yesterday. I was quite busy yesterday, and I nearly blew my voice out on Saturday watching the England-France game. Well, the last 10 minutes of the England-France game. That was fun. Oh, yes, almost forgot. Pascal Van Rattingen, you asked which of the maps I'm using between Ulrich and Bantikow is better. And I know you watch both of these series, so I can answer it here. The short answer is they're both damn good maps. And you should just kind of toss a coin. The long answer is if you want lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff, this is a big map. There's a lot to do on this map. The last harvest took me, what was it, 15 hours over the course of a couple of weeks for one harvest, like for one crop. Even not even a full emptying all the fields harvest. Say if you want lots of stuff, just start off with a real big challenge that you're going to take a while to get anywhere on this map. Come here, if you want one where you can progress and buy different fields and kind of progress somewhat naturally, go for Ulrich. That's kind of the long and the short of it. So let's get this truck up here. And oh, I'm gonna have to end the episode soon. I completely overshot. Good lord. So let's see how much early we have actually sold. Storage. We've sold 200,000. OBS, why you lag? Why are you lagging, OBS? So we've sold 200,000 litres of barley. There's another 300,000 litres to go. So I think I'm gonna be selling barley again in the next episode, unfortunately. I didn't want to be doing this, but I obviously guessed... In fact, I'm gonna stretch this episode to 30 minutes. OBS, why are you lagging so much? Good lord, I need to clean my hard drive a bit. I think that's the issue. OBS is struggling to find hard drive space, I think. So I'm going to stretch this episode out to 30 minutes, so it's going to be a bit longer than usual. 3 minutes, because I ended up just wasting most of the time anyway. But, yeah. Oh, good. By the way, if you're on this map, you better like driving over and back the whole time, because oh my god, the amount of stuff we get. And really, I think this map is actually good if you don't... I'm gonna talk about the map. This map is really great if you don't ever want to have to use fertilizer of any description, because the 500,000 litres of barley, those fields weren't fertilised. That was, what, 50% yield? Because I think, using the very rough calculations this game uses, the yield is increased by 100% if you... either 50 or 100% if you use fertilizer. So, that was a pretty reduced yield. I was going to do something else, but I can't remember what it was now. It's a pretty reduced yield over, you know, just going mental and fertilizing everything. So I think I will actually fertilize everything that I'm reseeding. This is probably going to be a 2 full round harvest series, because I'm already at 100. Gonna say about 160, including this trailer. So that's gonna be a bit silly. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I'll leave that until the next episode. No, barley's not accepted there. Stop it. Yeah, I've decided what I'm actually gonna do in the next episode, and that's not get too lost. What I've done there is I've forgot to take the turn off. I needed to take. I know what I'm going to do in the next episode, and that is I'm going to muck out the pigs. And I'm going to do it with the conveyor belt because... screw it. But yeah, I'm looking at the pigs because I need manure to go into the fertilizer production thingy I have. I'm going entirely the wrong way now. Oh my god, that mistake really messed me up. I need manure and slurry to go into the fertilizer production thing I have. And the only place I can get them from right now is the pigs. In fact, what I'm going to do is animals, pig. We go back. We're going to go up the rest of the way to 1,000. You can rent pigs. Why would you want to rent pigs? So let's go the rest of the way up to the 1,000 pigs now, because we have more than enough money. Getting to the 1,000 cows is going to be what, 2.5 million, or 250,000, something like that. It's just going to be pigs and cows I go to 1,000 with, because sheep, I'll never be able to keep up with them. And chickens, just no. Oh, you can't rent pigs. Okay, I'm kind of glad of that. I just spotted it there. So we're 900 pigs. 998, 999, 1,000 pigs. Oh dear, it's gonna be fun to sort out. I actually do need to buy a few things. I've just realised, because the best thing to do with the pigs is to sell them to wherever, to sell them. And I've no method of doing that. I don't have the OBE trailer from OEB mod. I don't have that right now, so I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to get. I actually want to get a bigger tractor to replace the Ursus. I'm gonna say Ursus for now. I might change my mind and replace the T6 because I will be getting a telehandler anyway. I'm thinking replacing the T6 with a FS15 would be a good idea, and maybe replacing the Ursus with the FS724. I do have a modded harvester. I'm not going to use it in this series. Probably not in Oldridge either, because I think it's... Oh no, it's actually bigger than the new one I'm using in Oldridge, so I may be using it there. But I think the next step in terms of harvester is going to be the New Holland. Big New Holland. Stop, damn you. Here we go. Let's sell this off. Still gonna be up around 150,000 mark. Let me think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it, because I have been thinking, believe it or not, throughout this, about which seeder I want to use, and I think I can't decide yet. Because I've just realised there is one minor issue with the map I kind of forgot. And one minor issue with the map that I kind of forgot is there's no seed point at the main farm. The seed bin that's there, you actually have to buy the seeds somewhere, and I can't for the life of me remember where you do that. So I think if I open up the zip file containing the map, I'll be able to find out where. But yeah, I can't actually seed anything for the time being, which is why I need. That's why I wanted. See, now it's all making sense to me again. I want to muck out the pigs so that I can make fertilizer and the fertilizer production thing that I have. I want to do that because I need the fertilizer so that I can make seeds. I need the seeds so that I can actually seed the fields. I think both the seeders I have are compatible with the seed. Yeah, with seed 2, which is what I'm producing. Oh boy. This map is just problem after problem after problem, and they're all kind of stemming from the challenges I've put in place. So I think I'm gonna go for this style of map again for the next season of Hardcore. Because I am insane. How much barley's left? Still 300,000. Okay, so in the next episode, I'm gonna. I was gonna say I'm gonna do something different. I really can't because I'm limited by the rental time, and I don't want to be paying the overdraft fee. So it looks like we'll be selling barley for 2 episodes. That's not really ideal. Well done me, I jackknifed a truck. Oh dear. This is 59,000. 4 trips. Should be able to get it done in the next episode. especially if I don't hit anything. So yeah, I'm gonna have to continue selling in the next episode, I'm afraid. I wanted to move on to something different, but due to the rental time mod, well, the rental mod, which is actually a really good mod because it automatically installs on everything, including mod harvesters and stuff. The other one I was using didn't work on a couple of things. The new one does, so very good. I did test it thoroughly as well. Unlike the other one where I was just like, ooh, it works, let's go. So I think I'm gonna leave it here. I don't know what language that was that I just spoke. I think I'm gonna leave it here. In the next episode, we will continue selling barley because I can't do anything else at the moment. That's the reason. I want to keep on top of the rental. So, until then, I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Bantikow, where I get big tank slappers in a truck. Please comment, like and subscribe, it does help the channel a lot, and I've noticed there are people subscribing still. I thought the channel was starting to die already, which was worrying me. But I've noticed there have been a few new subscribers lately. Welcome. You're very welcome to the channel. Please leave a comment if you want to, don't be afraid, I don't bite much. Until next time, when we'll be continuing the barley sale. Unfortunately enough, I did want to do something else, like muck out the pigs. I'll do that off screen, probably afterwards, or maybe do a third episode today, I don't know yet. In any case, until next time, thank you very much for watching, stay safe, and goodbye!